Hello. It is almost 10 o'clock my time at night. So I promise to do a video every day. And today I've waited so long that it's almost tomorrow. But this is not going to be a not going to be a long video. But I'll explain why. Um, so let's just get right into it. Let me share. So there you can get the share. I first just want to say that if you are at all interested in following things that are going on in the Middle East, and you don't want to listen to me, totally fine with that. The National is the UAE-based news source that's very much worth following. The National, I've met several of the reporters over the years. It's just, it is a, um, there are several news organizations here that are just pure propaganda. I mean, there's the equivalent of Fox News in the UAE. There's the equivalent of, if you're right wing or equivalent of, yeah, actually, there is no, it's all, yeah, anyhow. There are good news sources and less good news sources. Um, the National is worth following. Anyhow, they have a story today about NATO withdrawing all troops from Iraq. I don't have any. I read the story and I'm like, what? What is that? Is Iraq ready for the? I mean, I would just feel better about this happening if it was not being done during the timing of this war. Like, there's just, you have to understand the dynamics of the Iraqi politics and how the Shia are still in the majority, but they are treat the Sunnis, they're very, it's just, I just can see so many things where this could be a bad thing that I'm like, why is this happening now? And again, this will explain why this is going to be a short video here in a minute. Um, then there is the fact that this is just the National every day posts this chart showing how slowly but surely more and more planes are going up. The one day you see the dip was last Monday when it really was very bad news. So you see the dip there. Um, and but as I'm saying this, part of the reason I'm exhausted tonight is that for the past 2 hours, it's been nothing but military jets passing overhead. And they're now passing overhead in such a way that they're totally masking that I can't even use my app to see what I can't track what's going on. And I'm sure there's somebody out there who's better at aviation than I am that can track what's going on. I can't. But I do know the difference between the sound of aviation jets and military jets. And for the past 2 hours, it's been military jets. So that can't be good news. Just it can't. Um, Now to the real theme of today. A couple days ago, Robert Mueller died, and the President of the United States just posted on his True Social account. Robert Mueller just died. Good. I'm glad he's dead. He can no longer hurt innocent people. President Donald J. Trump. Robert Mueller is dead, and that's a good thing. A man who was decorated in Vietnam, a man who served his country diligently for decades, a man who was so respected within the FBI that he was first appointed by George W. Bush, and then when Obama took over as president, Obama asked him to stay another couple of years. So a man respected by both Democrats and Republicans. And the current president of the United States is glad he is dead. I am exhausted. I am absolutely, and the exhaustion really came when I got the news about Mueller. Let me connect those dots. When the Mueller report came out, it was 442 pages long. I read it immediately. Read every single. I didn't cancel any classes. It came out on a weekday. But when I was not teaching, I spent every moment reading to just devour it. And I was taking notes and I whatever. And I was sure upon reading this that Donald Trump's presidency was over because it outlines all the different ways. It's again, 442 pages. It is very thorough. It outlines multiple criminal activities conducted by the White House. Mueller and his team did their job. They presented this tomb, 442 pages, and then walked away. They did nothing, and perhaps it's Democrats' fault that they didn't go more into it. Bob Barr, Bill Barr, the Attorney General, did his absolute best to obfuscate, keep anyone from knowing anything about the Mueller report. But still, what happened to the press? What happened to it was when nothing happened after Mueller, and yes, eventually there was an impeachment, but it took way too long. Like seriously, that thing should have dropped, and there should have been impeachment hearings the very next day when the Mueller report dropped. Because once people had time to read 442 pages, give it 1 week, and there should have been impeachment hearings, but there weren't. And I just, for the life of me, cannot understand why there weren't. Because anyone who read all 442 pages and was even remotely objective would understand that there's no world where Donald Trump should be allowed to be president. And so the exhaustion, the fatigue I'm feeling today is the just exhaustion of why are we going through this? It, it, I I don't have a good answer for that. And so it's just had me, so that plus several friends, not even related to the war at all, several friends have had really bad things happen to them. Like, honestly, the single best piece of news I've had in the past 48 hours is a single friend of mine letting me know that he got laid. Yay! I mean, that's it. That's like one solitary good piece of news I've received personally in the past 48 hours. And so it's at some point when everything you hear is bad news after bad news after bad news, you just want to crawl under the covers and just be like, can I wake up to a better day? Possibly, maybe. So I'm not going to keep you any longer on this because I don't want to have but sadness can be contagious. And I'm not trying to bring anybody else down. So I am going to end this now and go visit Cecile's cat, who tolerates me. Cujo likes her, but we'll go visit her and hopefully have some quality time with Steph the cat. See you tomorrow.